Alright guys, MST just released their intake for the GTI, so today we're going to install it on our MK8 GTI. That way you can follow along for your installations and check out the new intake. Included in your MST performance intake for the GTI, you're going to have the worm gears necessary, the bolts for the top lid, the inlet, which is oversized from the factory, your coupler, as well as the box and the filter and a spare vacuum line. We've already gone ahead and disassembled everything. We're just going to show you basically for illustrative purposes. It's super simple to remove. There's a vacuum line here that you're going to remove. Your secondary air injection you're going to remove. There is a clamp back here on the inlet that you will remove. And then the entire box assembly should come out all as one unit from here, as long as you undo it from the inlet side itself. It's really difficult for us to get in here and see, but there is a single T30 that holds this inlet on. From there, once it's undone, you will just tilt or turn this towards the firewall, and then you can remove the factory inlet from the car. As you can see from the factory inlet to the MST is larger in diameter, which should give you better airflow and response. It in fact fits inside of it. Once everything's removed, you'll just start from the back and work your way all the way forward with the inlet first. After getting to this point with the hose, you're going to install the box before you install the coupler and filter. Once you get to this point, go ahead and backtrack and tighten all the clamps down that you left kind of loose so that you could fit it exactly the way it needs to be. We'll get to the SAI filter in a second, but the factory vacuum line is not long enough to reach the nipple on the supplied piping, so you will want to use the vacuum line that is supplied by MST for this. And this should slide right off. Factory stuff is never really on there very good. And then you'll want to route this behind this loom here. Since it is a little bit longer, you can trim to fit, or you can just leave the excess here. We're going to route ours behind the wire loom, and we went ahead and trimmed it to fit. And you'll just put it right there, and it's good to go. Shouldn't come off for any reason. Now, for whatever reason, this MST kit did not include an SAI filter, although they should have. So I'm going to mention that to them, and it should come in the future with one. But for now, we're going to use the old APR filter that we had from our previous intake, and we'll secure this down here like you would normally. Now, you can certainly opt to leave the cover off if you want. However, I think with the tabs it looks pretty ugly. So we're going to put this cover on it. Once you've gotten all these started, you can get them tight, and that will complete the installation. It does take a little bit of wiggling to get each one in. Just make sure you don't tighten them one at a time, otherwise you're going to have a bad time and have to undo it to get them to line up perfectly. Now, this intake is on pre-order. However, we are expecting these to ship in the next 2 weeks for those that order now. In a few moments, we'll get to hear it.